Hi, I'm Faggy Cobry from Creative Inking, and today's video is going to be Doodles on Yupo. I'm going to allow you to just watch over my shoulder with a time-lapse video how you can make really beautiful pieces by doodling on top of ink papers. Enjoy! This project is really just doodling on top of Yupo paper. So you just make a really pretty background and then you doodle on top of it. One of the things I see from doodling on top of it is that it's good to have contrast between some dark and some light. I'll show you a couple more. This one and this one. Really, I'm not so crazy about this one. I like when they touch more. They kind of go into each other. And then a different color scheme, I had this one. This one I kind of did more on the bottom. If you see, I have some dark and some light. It's also important not to do colors that are too dark because then the black won't show on top of it. Now, what if you say, well, I don't know how to doodle. I don't know how to make flowers like that. Neither do I on my own. This is Lisa Congdon. She has a couple of different books like that that has very easy flowers that you can choose, and I don't do this out of my own head. If you don't have to do necessarily just flowers. You can do, if you want to do just different kind of doodles, you can also use something like this, and you can find the different types of doodles that she uses for her lettering. Okay, now so what pens do you use for these? Mostly black, and when you use black, you could use the Faber-Castell in different widths, in different thicknesses. There's thicker ones, there's thinner ones, and I happen to love this. This is the Signo Uniball pen. I love this in white. They are very popular in black. They're very popular in white, and these three are my absolute favorite go-to pens. So you can use an assortment of black ones. There's thin and thick, and you just can have such a good time on that because you're not worrying about making something realistic. If you wanted to use other colors, and I am going to try in some of my doodlings to add color. These type of pens are amazing. There are these jelly rolls, and they just show up beautifully, especially on dark paper. And another type of marker that people love to use are these Posca pens. I only have them in a medium tip, but they're amazing. They're paint markers, and they just work beautifully. So those are the basic pens. If you want to just start with just one, I would actually start with this one and maybe add these.
So what I did was I took this small piece of paper and I put some inks down in drips to kind of suggest flowers, and then I'm using that book I showed you that has all the different flowers, and if you can see, I'm trying to copy the one on top. And as I said, I like to add some dark spaces in because from some of the other artists that I've seen doodling, I find that really seems to just add something to it. So even when I'm making leaves, I was looking through to just get a little bit of a different kind of figuration for each leaf to just add a little bit more interest to it. But as you can see, I'm really defining, I'm really just keeping my doodling to the areas that I dripped ink, as opposed to the first ones that I showed you where I had dripped on a whole page and then I was just basically doodling on top of the whole page. And here I just decided I wanted to try something new, and I'm just looking through the book and finding the flowers that look really nice and easy. And you could use a variety of pens for this, which I am doing, even though I do like the black Signo Uniball pen the most. A lot of people don't know about that one. They know about the white and they know about the gold, but I don't hear too many people talking about the black, and I love it. One thing, you do have to wait like just a couple of minutes, like not too long for it to dry, because otherwise it gets all over your hands. But this particular one is just, have a lot of white space on the outside. I try to edge it and border it around with black to set it off. But that's basically it. So that's the first way I would doodle with flowers.
For my next doodle project, what I did was I had created a whole bunch of color schemes with the inks, so I could see what looks good together when I'm ready to create. And I wanted to use one of these jelly roll pens, so I decided to do something that's going to coordinate. So I'm going to do this one, the grays, reds, and I'm going to use the pink, I think, on the gray to doodle.
So that's basically it. I finished up, and I'm really sorry for the glare.
After I finished this, I found a gray Posca pen, and I decided to do the opposite. Just some gray on the pink. I love the coordination of the colors. For my next one, I decided I was going to do a green color scheme. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to doodle leaves. It's just going to be a whole leaf doodles, which is inspired by that I created just for this video. We have this one when I dripped separately with the flowers, and then I have when I did a pink, red, and gray color scheme, and the last one was with this green one with the white Signo Uniball pen on top of it.
So if you like this video, please let me know below. Like the video, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet.